Today I'm gonna do a video on how to really embody our awakening and bring it into our whole sort of experience. Because a lot of us, we wake up and we sort of feel intuitively the reality of things. We can feel the oneness, we can feel the peace, but we may find that we're still suffering quite a bit. And we sort of may ask ourselves, what can I do about this? I know deep down that everything's okay. I know that everything is all one or empty of essence. But I still experience a lot of pain. And this is where we start to use the pain we experience in life, and we start to use that as our practice. And our practice goes from, inquiring, trying to figure out the nature of reality, to looking for our trigger points in reality. So we may walk around, we may sit down in meditation, and it may be enjoyable, and then maybe some resistance comes up. And we inquire into that. Where is this resistance coming from? Or what's the story behind this negative feeling? And the story may arise as I want to be doing something else. This is uncomfortable. So, okay, we've got some resistance here. Why? What's making us uncomfortable? Is there an emotion within the body that is causing us to feel resistant to sitting there? So we may feel the resistance, we may feel the emotion, and then when we're through being in the body, we can feel whatever emotion needs to be felt. Maybe there's a story attached to it, or maybe not. Maybe it's just an uncomfortable emotion, and we focus on that, and we just focus on feeling that, and really starting to feel into it. Because we need to, all signs of, negative reactions or regular triggers in life, as we are interacting with the world or sitting on the mat, they're all points we could say in our life where the self arises, where there's a still identification with our false sense of self. We can call these trigger points. And it's important to constantly move towards the pain after having some realizations. We've got to move wherever the pain is in life. We've got to move through it and come into, because that's where our work needs to be done. And it's a really, I think, a very important practice, because if we ignore all these uncomfortable feelings and just sort of try focus on awakening, one, we're not really going to embody that truth or really get anywhere. Not that there is anywhere to get to, but we're just going to sort of stay stuck in illusion. So move towards the pain. And as we move towards the pain, we start to get rid of more layers of self, and we start to move more into more freedom. Because it's quite common to have a big awakening and for a long period of time be in a state of peace and bliss, and then slowly that starts to fade away, because all the old tendencies inside of us, which have been going on for however long, sort of overpower this new sort of found realization. Because they're so deep rooted, they sort of overpower, and it loses its vibrancy, and the sort of clouds sort of come back our eyes, not completely like they were before, but just we can sort of, it's like a thin veil of cloud over our eyes, and we can still see the truth and experience it, yet there's still all this murkiness, and that needs to be, we need to clear that. We don't need to, but if you want for more peace, to be more embodied in the truth, this is what one must do. And it's just, moving towards the pain, feeling any of the pain or discomfort that arises, inquiring into it. What's behind this? What's the story? can I disidentify from the story? Or do I just or is there something negative inside me that just has to be experienced? Maybe we might feel anger. We have to just be angry for a bit, or sadness. Because, yeah, I think a lot of us, I definitely used to do this too, as a post awakening. I just try to focus on presence or awareness, and almost to the point where I was trying to neglect everything else and just wanted to hold on to this state. But all those negative things that are arising are just the body and the universe sort of going like, look here, this needs to be addressed, this needs to be addressed, this needs to be addressed. And if you keep trying to turn away from these things, you're never fully embodied in whatever you want to call it. You're sort of in a bit of a no man's land. So yeah, that's it for today. Just move towards discomfort. Seek discomfort even. If you've awakened and not that I want to tell anyone what to do, and you're sort of hibernating away because it's peaceful, I'd encourage you to go out into the world and see if there's any triggers. Because things, when we're on our own, sort of hidden away from the world, it can be very peaceful. But if we want to truly test our realization, we've got to go out into the world and see how we respond. Because the world, I think the benefit of the path nowadays is life is so intense and so triggering, and so many things to, I guess, worry about when living in the world. So much distractions, temptation, and I think it's a great place for really speeding up awakening, because we just know things happen straight away. We know, almost things, we have problems daily that show us where work needs to be done. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.